Hi Aries, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your week ahead reading, the 11th of March through to the 17th of March 2019, okay? Wanted to get them done over the weekend so that it sets you up for the week, alright? We're using 3 different decks today. We're using the Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. What I tend to do now is use one card from this deck to ask what it is that you need to focus on for the week, and then we need to discuss what's going on around that card. And then we use the Druidcraft Tarot deck to look at the past of the situation, the present of the situation, and the future of the situation. And we just get some other advice cards at the end of the reading from the tea leaf cards, okay? Right, let's have a look then. So let's have a look at what it is that Aries needs to focus on. So what is it that Aries needs to focus on for the next 7 days? March 11th, here we are, to the 17th. You need to focus on the 6 of Coins. That's where you need to focus. So some of you guys need to focus on giving more, because the 6 of Coins is all about generosity and it's about charity. So some of you guys probably need to focus on being charitable. You need to focus on helping others, for example, with that 6 of Coins energy, okay? I think that if you guys are in a place where you're dealing with maybe some financial difficulties, for example, you need to focus on, with the 6 of Coins, getting some support. It doesn't even have to be financial difficulties, but the 6 of Coins is really just a card about support, and you can support people in many ways with the 6 of Coins energy. You can give them financial support, you can give them emotional support, you can give them, physical support, helping people to move, or, helping somebody to cross the road, for example, with the 6 of Coins. It's just about giving a helping hand is what the 6 of Coins is. So if you guys need to focus on being more helpful to others, all right, with this, that's what you need to focus on for this week with the 6 of Coins energy. 6 of Coins deals with give and take, though, so it's giving and receiving with this card. Now, I can't see anybody who's kind of receiving anything. I'm seeing somebody giving, and I often read kind of where the cards, like the picture on the card as well. So all I'm seeing is a guy handing out money or handing, a gift. So you need to focus on, I think, giving to others this week, Aries. But if that's not the case, maybe you need to focus on giving and receiving, because this is a two-way street when you get the 6 of Coins as well. So sometimes this is about giving and receiving. So maybe you need to focus on creating balance within your relationships, for example, where things are done fairly, So, if you're in a marriage or something, maybe you want to cook a bit more. Maybe you want to, if you're in a long-term relationship, maybe if you don't do enough house chores, you need to focus on kind of ramping that up and doing more house chores in the week, helping your family out, helping your partner out a little bit more, and vice versa, So it becomes far more balanced and far more kind of equal. Because that's kind of the ideology with the 6 of Coins. It's all about trying to create balance and harmony. Sixes are, around that balance and harmony. And also trying to kind of just create far more of an equal status within a relationship. So maybe the focus needs to be on that for some of you guys this week with the 6 of Coins energy. And of course, as mentioned, it's about asking for support from others, whether it be financial, emotional, physical, mental, whatever the type of support it is that you need. Maybe you need to focus on giving more support, or indeed asking for it. Because remember, the 6 of Coins, usually you've got this guy handing out stuff, but there are people with their hands doing this. So you're asking with the 6 of Coins as well. So if you need support this week, Aries, it's probably really wise just to ask for it as well. Let's have a look at what the past of the situation is. What is the past of this situation around the 6 of Coins? In the past, because we do have this week, Aries, where it is really the need to focus on, trying to create that equal balance within relationships, making sure that both parties are doing their fair share, asking for support, getting support, giving support, whether it be financial. Now, in the past, the first card is showing up as being a King of Swords. So you might have actually been dealing with an Aquarius, a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini individual here. All right. And I do think it's a person that some of you guys were dealing with in the past. Now, the King of Swords isn't really known as being a really selfish individual. This is somebody who is very clever. This is somebody who's quite intelligent. This is somebody who's quite, tactical with this King of Swords. But this is also somebody who sees something very, clearly. King of Swords is also somebody who's a specialist, okay? This is a highly skilled, highly intellectual, highly articulate individual. King of Swords also deals with, morals and being fair, fair judgment as well is the King of Swords energy. It also deals with the idea of proof as well. So in the past, we've got this King of Swords showing here. 10 of coins, but I'm not sure whether that showed up as reversed or upright, so I'm going to shuffle again because I don't know how that turned out. Slipped out, but if I can't see clearly what way it turned out, I have to put it back in. So let's have a look at what shows up in the past with this King of Swords energy showing here. I feel that for some of you guys, it might be that it's either that you've got somebody around you who is not satisfied. The Four of Cups deals with the energy of dissatisfaction. Sometimes this can be unrequited love with the Four of Cups energy. I feel there was a person around you. I think there was some dissatisfaction with the Four of Cups. It's like the dissatisfaction is either coming from you, Aries, or it's coming from this individual. I feel that this person here, it almost looks like you're the Four of Cups, Aries, because can you see his face? He's got his hand on his chin and he's like, And he's doing, now look at the tarot interaction on these cards. Can you see how he looks across at this card here? He's looking at this person and he's saying, what's her problem? Or what's his problem? Why they did. So I think that in the past you might have been questioned about why you were so dissatisfied with this Four of Cups. I'm getting that you were being questioned by someone. Or it could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, it doesn't have to be. But I certainly feel that you were being very much questioned by an individual, Aries, about why you were so dissatisfied or why you weren't particularly interested. I think that also, if this is somebody that you were involved with, they started to become quite suspicious because the King of Swords is a lawyer within the tarot, and you can see that he's got his hand on his chin and he's kind of questioning. He's become quite suspicious. He's like, what's going on there? So I get the impression that there was somebody around you who became quite suspicious of some of you guys once you became quite disinterested in the situation. Some of you guys were considering, I think, with this Four of Cups, because this is a card about reviewing and considering separating. So I think that somebody became suspicious. This is the person you're dealing with, this King of Swords. I think you're dealing with someone here, this King of Swords, who became kind of suspicious as the King of Swords would, that you were not interested, that you were kind of showing a lot of disinterest, and perhaps with the Three of Swords wanted to separate. So I'm getting that some of you guys, you've got, so in the past you've had a partner. This looks like it might be a love reading. Some of you guys had, or a friendship, some of you guys have had a partner or a friend who kind of questioned your lack of interest in the friendship or the relationship, and they were kind of doing this. They were like, you know, Aries doesn't look so interested. Even though this is water energy, it doesn't matter. This can represent anyone. So this person here is questioning you, Aries, in the past, and they're saying, what's going on with Aries? They look like they're not that interested in the relationship or the friendship anymore. I'm wondering if they want to kind of cut themselves off or separate from the relationship. Three of Swords is all about separation. This person's been considering this. I don't think, or it could be somebody who was considering with that Four of Cups separating from you as well. So it could work either way. Now, right now, some of you guys, what are you dealing with concerning this situation right now? What is Aries dealing with concerning this situation in the present situation? So right now, I think that your focus right now, Aries, is about taking control, because the Chariot is all about taking control of the situation. It's about getting things back into balance with that Chariot energy, getting things back into alignment with the Chariot energy showing here. You know, I think that this is because the Five of Wands isn't just about turmoil, it's also about play fighting, it's also about being playful. So some of you guys are probably considering, well, how do I get this situation back in control? You know, with the Five of Wands energy, how do I but also the Five of Wands is, as I've said, it is conflict. So how do I take control of this kind of conflict or this problem with the Five of Wands energy showing here? Because Five of Wands is conflict, it's worries, it's anxieties, and the Chariot is really reigning this. If you think about the Five of Wands as being some playful children, this is like mama. This is like the mother. Remember, the Chariot is the zodiac sign of Cancer, and that represents the house of home and family and needing to nurture and take responsibility. So right now, this is all about you guys taking responsibility with the Chariot energy. Okay, taking this kind of before it gets out of control with the Five of Wands, it's all about reining it in. So this is all about things getting, you know, and if you look at this, there's a chicken here as well. It's almost like it's saying there's a chicken fight going on here, you know, like bickering, little bits of bickering. So this is all about reining the bickering in. So some of you guys, it might be that you've been having some form of conflict in communication with this individual, or there's been some really kind of conflictive energy going on here, cross wires, and maybe we need to kind of rein that energy in with the Chariot energy, and the focus will be that for some of you Aries energy, Aries people doing that right now. It's funny because you've got this Ace of Cups in the reverse. Sure, I'll put this back because I've done a reading for I think it was Sagittarius, and this exact card showed up. Now, the way that I look at this Ace of Cups in the reverse, you can see the water is being backed up. If you think about a toilet system and you flush the toilet, the water needs to go down. Yeah, so you have a wee, you flush the toilet, it all needs to go back, you know, go out. But if it's being backed up, it's going to overflow. So this is like things are flowing the wrong way, if that makes any sense. And so this is like blocked emotion with the Ace of Cups energy. Things are not being said. In the upright, this is all about expression, because there's an overflow of something showing here. But there's not an overflow. Everything is being backed up. And I feel that this is all about taking control. So you're focusing on taking control before all of this kind of negative, conflictive energy starts with this Ace of Cups reversed. Aries starts getting really backed up. Do you see what I mean? So if you've got a blocked toilet, unless you unblock it or you get a professional to unblock it, I'm not going to go there, but you know, everything that you do in that toilet is going to get blocked up. It's just going to keep backing it up. It's almost like a constipation. Oh God, why am I doing this toilet humour on this reading? Sorry, guys. But do you see what I mean? It's like a system that gets backed up. If you don't unblock it, it's going to block up, and it's just going to cause a terrible deluge afterwards. It's almost like the Tower reverse this is. It reminds me of the Tower reverse this Ace of Cups does. All right, in the reverse on this particular Tower deck. So this is your focus now is, well, how can I take control of the situation? All right, before all of this kind of energy, all this tumultuous, fiery energy of the Five of Wands starts to get really backed up with that Ace of Cups in the reverse, because you don't want things to get out of hand. So really this is about taking control of the situation before things get out of hand. Okay, and you know, and this is why the focus needs to be on the Six of Coins. Okay, so this is about you giving more, because somebody, I think, around some of you Aries, has kind of got it in their head that you don't care anymore, that you don't actually give a shit, because there's somebody around you who is questioning. This King of Swords has been questioning, why is Aries not interested? Why are they showing such disinterest? Maybe, just maybe, maybe, just maybe they want to cut things off with me. Maybe they want to separate. So somebody's already kind of in their head saying they're putting 2 and 2 together and probably coming up with 5, because this is all about you. But, you know, in a way as well, it's interesting, because we don't really know what it is that you need to do with that Six of Coins. We know that you need to focus on sharing, and this is all about distribution as well. Six of Coins is about distributing something. So is it distribution of the truth, for example, with the Six of Coins? We're going to find out anyway what the advice is that you need to do. What is the advice for the week commencing the 11th to the 17th? What advice do you have for Aries, week commencing the 11th to the 17th of March concerning the situation? So in card 1, the Seven of Swords energy, you need to, Seven of Swords can be, on this card now, the way that I read the Seven of Swords on this card is, and this is why I always say with the different decks that you have, I've got nearly 200 decks of cards. I always get pictured cards no matter what. I love, because every different card tells a different story. Some Seven of Swords see somebody who's running off. Some Seven of Swords see somebody who looks devilish and they look, you know, deceptive and they look smug-like. And some Seven of Swords see somebody who is putting a plan in action. So the situation is all about putting in a plan of action. This is all about, there is now the need for strategy. Now is the need for devising a plan with that Seven of Swords energy. Because I think that somewhere along the line we've got cross wires showing up here. So you need to put a plan into action here. You've got a Ten of Swords. But this is the advice for what you need to do concerning this situation. I think that you need to kind of be quite tactile with that Seven of Swords. I think that you need to kind of start strategizing, devising a new plan. Now that plan with the Ten of Swords is about ending something, putting something to bed, or putting something down with the Ten of Swords. I think that you need to put a new plan of action into place here, how you're going to kind of eradicate or put an end to with the Ten of Swords energy. Let's have a look at what you're putting an end to with that Ten of Swords energy showing up here. Too many cards fell out. Let's shuffle again. What is it that they need to put an end to with this Ten of Swords energy showing up here? The Three of Wands in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse is where nothing is happening. So Three of Wands in the reverse is where, you know, you might put things out, but you don't get anything back. So you're putting an end to stagnation, basically, because that's what Three of Wands in the reverse is. It's about stagnation. You know, if you run a business, if a business person comes to me and they say, look, Carol, I'm starting this new business, am I going to get loads of business from it? All right. Three of Wands reverse says you're not going to get anything, because nobody's going to be contacting you. Your phone is not going to be running off the hook. You're not going to be getting any sales with the Three of Wands in the reverse. And trust me, this has happened to me. All right, my website does really well, but I have put up certain readings. I think there's only one reading that I put up there, and it wasn't a risk that I was taking, but I wanted to see how it would go if I combined two readings all in one. And I asked the tarot, how will my sales go on that particular reading? And that is the only reading on my website that never sold a jot, and it showed me that card. And within 8 months of having that reading up, nothing sold, nothing. Because people just weren't interested in buying that. But it's quite an expensive one that I put out there. So people, you know, people haven't got money to be spending that level of money. So I took it down and said, okay, the public, and this is what happens in businesses all the time. You run a business and you put a product out there, and products will sell, but there will be the odd product that nobody will be interested in no matter what. So this is what happens. Nobody is interested with the Three of Wands in the reverse. All right, so Three of Wands reverse is a lack of interest. Three of Wands reverse is a lack of nothing. It's nothing happening. You're not doing anything with the three. This is stagnation. And you need to put an end to the stagnation within this relationship. Three of Wands reverse. This is the ending card of the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Wands reverse is the stagnation. So you need to kind of devise a plan of how you're going to end the stagnation in this situation. And the stagnation comes, Aries, because of that Four of Cups. This is a lack of interest. And when you've got the Four of Cups, you see, this is unrequited love. And whoever this is around for you, for some of you guys, Aries, they're in love. And this isn't you, because this is air energy. So I think that this is, I mean, it could be you. All right? It could be you. Okay? So, you know, it depends. This could be somebody else, an air sign, as I've mentioned, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Or this could be you. It doesn't matter. You can show up as any card within the tarot. So this is either you or somebody else who is questioning why someone, if this is someone else, this is the partner, and they're questioning, it's like, why is Aries acting so weird? Why are they showing me a lack of interest? I wonder if they want to break up with me, if they want to separate. If this is you, you're questioning someone else and wondering if they want to break up with you. And this has been happening kind of in the recent past. But I think it's somebody else, because I think that your focus for the week needs to be on sharing, giving, you know, showing. So with the Six of Coins, this is all about saying to your partner, do you want to come out for a meal? Let me take you out for dinner. Let me do something nice for you. Your focus needs to be on giving back in this relationship this week, Aries. If this rings, you know, a bell with you, your focus needs to be on the Six of Coins. And this is you giving, because this is where your focus needs to lie. Because that's the Six of Coins. It's all about giving. You know, it's all about showing your support, okay? It's all about being charitable and being generous. So you need to show a generosity of spirit this week for some of you, Aries, because some of you, you've got a partner who's questioning why you are showing the lack of interest here with the Four of Cups, because they're kind of, look at how he's got his hand on his chin. He's questioning whether you want to break up. He or she's questioning whether you want to break up because you're showing a lack of interest. They're wondering what the fuck is going on here. You know, why is that? Why are they showing, you know, and also why are they showing me no love? This is unrequited love. The love is right there, but this person's like, I don't want it. So they're questioning, why is this person not showing me any love? Is there a third party with the Three of Swords? Maybe they're questioning, you know. This person's like going out of their mind with worry, Aries, on why you're kind of, this doesn't have to be necessarily a love partner. It could be a friend or whatever. But this person's like, what the fuck's going on with Aries? Why are they acting so weird? You know? And right now, you know, your focus, if you're not doing this right now your focus needs to be on how you start to take into control. Because the Chariot is all about reining something in, taking control. So your focus needs to be right now, how do I control this situation? Okay, because this kind of confusion and worry is probably going to get so backed up with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, that suddenly there's going to be some fucking leakage and deluge somewhere, you know, of this energy. Somebody's going to go out of their tree, and it looks like somebody around you is going a little bit nuts and a little bit mad, because they're like, what the fuck's going on with the Aries? Why are they acting like this? but they're not saying anything. All of this, you need to take control of this right now. So if you're not doing that right now, Aries, you really need to be focusing with that Chariot and really taking the reins in this situation. Because the worry of the Five of Wands is what this King of Swords is probably doing, you know. This King of Swords is probably really worrying here, questioning and worrying. Why is Aries not showing me any love? Why are they being weird with me? Why are they not talking? Why are they being off? You know, and you need to really take control of the situation, because this worry, this fear, this anxiety, this conflict is really going to start backing itself up. And when it starts backing itself up, it's only a matter of time before it starts pouring out and really seeping everywhere. And the advice for the week is you need to put a plan into action of how you are going to end the stagnation with the Three of Wands in the reverse. All right? If this is you holding back, you need to work out a way how you can come forward and kind of be honest and open up about the situation. And that is why the focus needs to be on generosity, an act of kindness. So some of you guys, maybe there's a friend that you haven't spoken to in a while, and you've got somebody around you who's wondering, well, what the hell's going on here with Aries? You need to perform an act of kindness this week for some of you guys, just to let this person. I'm sure that you don't really mean anything with this individual. Some of you guys might do, but I feel that for some of you guys, if there's somebody here who you haven't contacted in a while and they're kind of like, what's going on with Aries? Why are they being like this? You need to perform an act of kindness with the Six of Pentacles. You need to show some generosity of spirit to this friend or whoever this person is, because they're wondering what they've done wrong. Okay? They're wondering why you're showing a lack of interest. So maybe just a little kind of, what's the word that I'm looking for? A gesture. Six of Coins is also a gesture. So maybe just a little bit of a gesture could just change things around. You know, a little phone call maybe, or a text. How you doing? Just wanted to kind of, you know, check in with you, see how you are. I think just a gesture would work this week, okay? Let's get the advice with the 3 cards from the what do we call it? From the tea leaf cards. What is the advice that you have for Aries this week in 3 cards? 1, 2, and 3. Okay, let's have a quick look, Aries, for you. The advice this week, Aries, is Crown. Honour and respect will come to you. Okay, is the first one. Sunrise, new creative ideas and new ventures, a fresh start. Nice energy. And finally, needle and thread, a sincere wish will be granted. You've got a really good week, guys, with some of you guys. Now remember, it is general. Some of you guys it will come across, some of you guys it won't, with some of these energies, okay? It is a general. Just remember that, okay? Because some people are like, literally, they think it's their personal reading. It's a general reading, okay? And generals, some things will happen, some things won't. But it is saying for the week, guys, honour and respect will come to you. Sunrise, new creative ideas. There's new ventures ahead for you this week. For some of you guys, a fresh start, and also a sincere wish will be granted for some of you guys. So just keep that in mind. It's a very good week. But I also think it's a really good week that if you haven't been in contact with someone, if you've been acting a bit weird with someone, somebody's probably going to be questioning it of you this week, Aries. And it's probably a wise thing to do to kind of dispel that idea that you don't want to know or you can't be bothered, you know, just by a little text or a call or something like that. Okay, that's your reading, my darlings. And if you'd like to order a personal reading with me, you can just click on the icon, the eye above, and order one with me. And yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys next week. Have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye.